The T-scan Novus and 9.1 operations training focuses in on laying a foundation for higher level T-scan skills. This video contains 4 sections with a total of 9 chapters. This will bring you through the natural process of collecting a scan and explain newer features. Section 1 will discuss what is in the box and the setup process of your Novus handpiece. Section 2 will demonstrate how to create a new patient record, adjust the sensitivity, and how to record a scan. Section 3 will train you to play a scan back and save a scan. Finally, Section 4 will discuss the implant warnings and the force eraser features. Users who watch this video should be prepared to follow along and practice shortly thereafter. Chapter 1. What's in the box? After you remove the T-scan system from the box, you should verify that the following is present. 1 T-scan 9.1 installation disc, 1 Novus handpiece, 1 Novus handpiece holder, 2 boxes of Novus supports, 2 boxes of Novus sensors, a T-scan 9.1 quick start, and wall mount adhesive for holder. If you are missing something from this list, please contact TechScan. Chapter 2. Novus handpiece setup. First we will discuss your new handpiece in more detail. The T-scan Novus has a new ergonomic feel designed for better grip and control. It contains 3 green status indicators which illuminate when the USB is connected, after a sensor is properly installed, and when you are recording. 3 buttons. A plus and minus button for chairside manual control of the sensitivity and the record button. And 1 sensor securing latch. This latch should remain open until you place a sensor into your Novus handpiece. There are 4 quick steps when preparing your handpiece for a scan. Step 1. Connect the Novus handpiece USB. Step 2. Identify a support, large or small, that is appropriate for the patient and insert into the Novus handpiece. Make sure the CI pointer is facing the top of the handpiece. Step 3. Insert a sensor of equal size of the support to the Novus handpiece. And Step 4. Secure the latch by pushing toward the head of the handpiece. Your handpiece will now have 2 green status indicator lights illuminated. Your setup is now complete. Chapter 3. Creating a patient record. Now that your Novus handpiece is connected, double-click your T-scan icon located on your desktop. Once launched, the 9.1 patient list will be on your screen. To begin, verify that your T-scan handpiece is connected. If you are not connected, the new scan button will not be available to click, and you will see a yellow "No handles were detected" icon in the middle of the patient list. If these are seen on your screen, click the icon and follow the instructions to connect the handpiece via USB, and then click Connect to Handle button in the window. The handle is ready for use. The patient list consists of both a patient list field and a scan list field. As you create new patients and save scans, both these fields will populate accordingly. To create a new patient, click New Patient. This will prompt your patient information field. Fill out all the fields, knowing that all fields with asterisk are required. Please see the digital impression overlay video to discuss upper and lower digital impression imports. After completing the patient information fields, proceed to the upper and lower arch tabs. Providing accurate upper and lower arch central incisor widths and individual tooth status will increase the accuracy of the adjustments, so we recommend using a digital caliper and accurate patient chart information. Please note, missing open indicates that a tooth was extracted and the space is still present, whereas missing close indicates your space has been enclosed due to post-orthodontics. Once all fields are filled in, click Create. This will bring you back to your patient list. Then click New Scan. This will automatically set you up for the next step. Chapter 4: Adjusting Sensitivity. The sensitivity wizard automatically aligns the sensor's output with the biting force of the patient. Proper sensitivity settings give the full range of color to force levels, providing greater differentiation between those levels, which lead to more accurate adjustments. To set your sensitivity, click the Sensitivity Wizard. Once the Sensitivity Wizard window launches, follow the steps. These steps will have you insert the sensor similar to that of an impression tray, have a patient bite a few times to acclimate, and then it will have your patient bite and hold. The force screen will either confirm good sensitivity or ask you to try again. If you are continually unsuccessful with the Sensitivity Wizard, you may choose to adjust the sensitivity bar manually using the plus and minus buttons on the handpiece. In this case, increase or decrease sensitivity so that your patient only has 1 to 3 pinks at maximum intercuspation. Chapter 5: Recording a Scan. Now that your sensitivity is set, you will be ready to take a scan. Verify that your patient is comfortable and aware of what you are asking them to do. Insert the T-scan into the mouth and position the CI pointer between the central incisors while keeping the handpiece level to the occlusal plane. Press the New Scan Start-Stop button on your Novus handpiece and instruct your patient to bite firmly on the sensor. Hold for 1 to 2 seconds and then open. Press the New Scan Start and Stop button a second time to end the recording. Once completed, your scan will be displayed with both the 2D and 3D views. If you have multiple scans already open, you can view these in the Active Scans pane. This is located within the Arch tab in the upper left corner. These will display all open scans by name, scan type, and date time stamps. Chapter 6: Playback. To playback your patient's scan, click the Playback button. To stop the scans, click the Pause button. To play the scan 1 frame at a time, click the Next Frame or Previous Frame button. Alternatively, the following keyboard shortcuts can be used to play scans. The space bar will play and pause the scan. Clicking the right arrow key will play the scan forward 1 frame at a time, and the left arrow key will play the scan backwards 1 frame at a time. Chapter 7: Saving Scans. To save the patient's scan, click the Scan Type drop-down menu. Choose the type of scan that was performed, then click the Save Scan button. To recall a saved scan from your patient list, choose the patient, then the scan, and click Open. To recall a saved scan from the Active Scans tab, open tab, choose Scan and click. This will switch currently displayed scan with the new scan. Chapter 8: Implant Warning. The implant warning feature provides the user with an identifier for when a patient with an implant exhibits concerning force conditions on the implant. If your implant meets at least one of the following criteria, your software will automatically display a red stop sign indicator on the implant. The three possible reasons to get a stop sign indicator are as follows. The contact point on an implant is loading too quickly, sustaining a high rate of force relative to its natural surrounding teeth, or it is two color levels higher than its bilateral matching tooth. This feature is defaulted on as long as your patient's tooth chart indicates an implant. To indicate an implant, go to your patient record, which is accessible from the patient list, either from creating a new patient or within the Editing an Existing Patient button. Once in the patient record, update the tooth that has an implant using your Tooth Status dropdown. In addition, you can also update this when you have scans open. To do this, click the Tooth Chart button. Update the tooth that has an implant and then close the tooth chart by clicking the Tooth Chart button a second time. In both cases, if your implant has an issue, it will immediately show a red stop sign on the tooth. Hover over the red stop sign indicator to identify the reasoning for the issue. Chapter 9: Force Eraser. The force eraser helps eliminate artifacts created by Class II occlusions and other dentition that causes excessive crinkling and folding of the sensor. In these cases, the force eraser feature can be used to selectively discard areas of the data that might be throwing the overall force percentages and center of force off from the real values. To use this feature, click the Show and Hide Force Eraser icon. This will enable the force eraser within the 2D window. Click the Force Eraser button in the 2D window. This changes the cursor into an eraser shape. Then click and hold the left mouse button. Then move the mouse over the artifact area you wish to remove in the 2D force view or 3D force view. When done, release the left mouse button. The Show and Hide Force Eraser icon on the toolbar will also turn orange. This indicates you are viewing the adjusted scan. To toggle views between the original scan and the adjusted scan, click the Show Hide Force Eraser icon on the toolbar. If you wish to restore all force data back to the original scan, click the Restore All Forces button. Please note, by clicking this button, you will remove all adjustments you have made thus far, returning the scan to its original state. The T-scan Novus and 9.1 operations training is complete. For additional education and training resources, follow TechScan.com to the dental page under the Training and Education tab, where you can find additional T-scan product training, continuing education, and research articles.